Cities are probably the best place to see action around climate. Our systems are what's driving a lot of climate change.
Les villes sont sur la planète celles qui émettent 70% des gaz à effet de serre.
And if we can actually plan a city in a better way, be it with renewable energy or even afforestation in an urban area, that would be a huge impact on climate change.
The impact is most felt at the city level, and you are the first point of response in any activities.
Paris est une ville très dense. Cette densité fait qu'il peut y avoir évidemment des problèmes de qualité de vie, des problèmes aussi de logistique, des problèmes de pollution qui se font sentir plus que dans d'autres villes.
I think climate change presents a number of challenges. Certainly the impact of the extreme weather, the deep drought, the fires that come along with that. We've seen our air quality retreat after decades of progress to some of the worst air quality, even in the midst of a pandemic that we've seen in decades.
We've started to have many more erratic weather events than before, and I think that is just a pattern for what we now know as climate change. So monsoons have reduced from 120 days on an average to about 72 days to 75 days. But the volume of monsoon has actually hit double that of the 120 days volume. So I think that is really scary.
One of the key challenges that we have faced over the years is flooding. The rainfall pattern has changed, coupled with inadequate infrastructure to accommodate running water. And sometimes, sadly, lives are lost.
We're looking at those things that have immediate payoff as well. Those are the things that we have to do that are long-term. We mapped where there's shade in Los Angeles and where there's not. And we looked at putting new trees where there weren't old trees. We looked at how we were paving our streets and are pioneering some of the first light paving of an asphalt that literally brings the temperature down by as much as 10 degrees because people need to feel cooler when we hit a drought.
Most of our natural soil area is getting covered with artificial elements like concrete or asphalt. So there is no water that's percolating into the ground. So we've created percolation ponds where it'll go down into the aquifer and we can really have water tables rising, hopefully after some years. That's what we're working on.
We are building heavy infrastructure of storm drain and dredging water bodies so that we can reduce the incidence of flooding. And we've also started greening of open spaces in Accra, so that we can get more fresh air.
En intégrant, par exemple, toujours sur les mobilités, ce qu'on appelle, nous, ici en France, les mobilités actives, la marche à pied, le vélo, en intégrant également, bien sûr, la baisse des voitures individuelles, la fin des moteurs thermiques, aller pour ceux qui seraient encore obligés de prendre un véhicule automobile plutôt vers l'électrique ou vers l'hydrogène.
The burning of waste is a main source of emission in Accra, about 60% of it. So we are promoting more recycling and reusing of waste. And our aim is that by 2030, we should have the amount of waste that goes to the landfill site. We are also encouraging a lot of companies to adopt renewable energy, especially solar.
We have a target of at least 25% of energy to be clean and renewable by 2025, and we're trying to meet that. One of the things that I have been able to luckily push is solarizing our highways. So we're having this one huge highway connecting the two capitals of our state, Mumbai and Nagpur. On that highway, we'll be able to generate about 230 megawatts of clean solar energy. Along with that, we floated tenders for floating solar panels of 80 megawatts in one of our lakes, and we're going to do for all 5 or 6 of our lakes. We're also having a huge push for urban forests that we initiated about 2 years ago.
beaucoup de Parisiens qui ont des tout petits appartements et qui n'ont pas beaucoup de verdure devant chez eux. Là, il faut pour nous accélérer. Donc, beaucoup de végétalisation. On va transformer la Tour Eiffel, Trocadéro, Champ de Mars qui est lancé, qui est aussi un grand projet de végétalisation, de plantation d'arbres, de piétonisation qui va être majeur. C'est vraiment un espace extraordinaire qui va marquer une forme de rupture sur la place de la nature dans Paris.
More parks, more walkability, more bikes, better public transit. A place that moved from being the car capital of the world to a place that's now the transit capital of the world. We're taking off our gas plants that right now generate much of our energy and actually building renewable energy projects, some of the largest, for instance, solar projects in the United States of America. But I think that the thing I'm maybe most proud of is that we're taking all of our wastewater and going to be recycling that and reduce the emissions that we have because we use a lot of electricity to bring that water to Los Angeles today. So it's big and it's small, it's neighborhood based and it's systemic as well. But we're very excited to be able to do that and to show the world you can still have a great city and a great quality of life even as you transform your environmental work.